Hey guys, it's Revenge Week, and I'm going to be giving you my picks for this week in the NFL. Week 1, Revenge Week, a lot of revenge games. I'm looking forward to a lot of good storylines. So first of all, let's just get into it. All right, Bills at Rams. I think the Bills win this. They are highly motivated after how last year ended. They are ticked. They are mad, and they want to show everyone how good they really are by being the reigning Super Bowl champions in the Rams. By the end of this year, I think the Rams will still be the better team. But I think for this game, Bills are going to be more motivated. They're going to come out just mad, and they're going to win. I think that's my pick. Next up, we got the Saints at Falcons. Saints have good defense and offense. Unless Jamie wows us because he's got the weapons to, all you got to do is just facilitate to him. You can't have a solid offense if you just facilitate. But the Falcons, bad offense, bad defense. Well, it's just kind of like not good on both sides. So I think the Saints win this one. Mariota's just kind of, I think he'll be so-so. He'll be okay. The defense, though, is just not even fully healthy yet. So I think the Saints win this one. Browns at Panthers. I think Baker Mayfield wins this for the Panthers. He's always played well in games where he has a chip on his shoulder. Anytime there's any kind of disrespect by the other teams, it does something more for Baker. I don't know why he can't always play like that. But Browns defense should be good. I mean, they should be good, but I think Baker will still eat in this game. Not for the whole season, probably not, but for this game at least, he'll play mad. He'll play well. They have a lot of offensive weapons on the Panthers. Will the offensive line hold up against Myles Garrett? That'll be something to watch. But overall, I think that this Panthers team will win this week. And Baker will have like 2 touchdowns over 200 yards. Good week. But then it'll kind of drop off. I think it'll be close, like 21-23, 21-24. But ultimately, I think the Panthers get the dub. So I'm going to go to 49ers and at Bears. The Bears. These teams are exact opposites. The 49ers, you have a quarterback who looks like he can't play quarterback, and a good team around him. The Bears are a team that looks like they have a good quarterback, but the rest of the team doesn't know how to play football, it looks like. Now, don't hate on, I know they look good in preseason. Well, listen, they didn't really hardly improve the offensive line. And around him, Darnell Mooney's his best receiver, who is maybe a solid number 1 at best, but more likely, I think he's just a really good number 2. And so I think the Bears are going to lose this game to the 49ers because I think Kyle Shanahan, for at least week 1, will have some kind of offensive scheme set up to get Trey Lance to win this. So I think the 49ers are going to win. Will Trey Lance play amazing? No, but he'll play all right. Steelers at Bengals. So I think Bengals win this one pretty handily. It'll be like 24-13. Mr. Trubisky won't look terrible, but he won't look great. Bengals will look like a good team. They have this swagger now that they made the Super Bowl. I think last year coming to the season, the Bengals were like, let's just prove we're a good team, one feisty, one to stay competitive in games and maybe even make playoffs, and they made the Super Bowl. This year they're like, listen, we made the Super Bowl. There's something about us. And I think they're going to have that kind of swagger going into the season, and they're going to feed off of Joe Burrow's energy, and I think Joe Burrow is going to light up the Steelers. Not really light them up, but have a really good game. It's a good Steelers defense, so it's going to be tough, but I think Jamar Chase is still Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins is still T. Higgins is a good team. Tyler Boyd, too. Don't sleep on Tyler Boyd. So I think Bengals win that one. Eagles at Lions. Eagles win this. I think they have a really good defense. I think they have a good offensive line, good weapons, solid running back. But quarterback. This is more like a year-long process. I think week 1, he'll play good enough to get the win, but throughout the year, is he going to show that he's actually somebody that can take him to the Super Bowl? I think worst-case scenario for the Eagles this year is that they get stuck in quarterback limbo, where Jalen Hurts is good enough to get to the playoffs, but then they kind of get stumped there. So I hope that Jalen Hurts plays well enough. Can he read a defense, process, and make an accurate throw? That's the big question. And the Lions, though, I think the Lions are competitive. They'll be a competitive team this year, but I don't think Jared Goff is good enough. I don't think the offensive line is that good. DeAndre Swift, I think, is going to have a good year. Amon-Ra St. Brown. James Williams isn't healthy. TJ Hawkinson, those are some good weapons. Defense should look faster. Hopefully Jeff Okudah gets off his butt and actually plays well. But overall, I think the Eagles just take this one. We got the Colts and Texans. Colts should win this pretty handily. I'm expecting like 31-10 score. I just don't think whatever you say about Davis Mills, whether he's good or not, I don't think he's that good. But besides that, they just don't have any talent around him, whether it's defensively or offensively. I just don't think there's really anything there. So I think that the Colts win. Whether I don't think the Colts' offensive weapons are that great. I don't think Michael Pittman's that good. But I like Mo Cox. I like Jonathan Taylor. I like Matt Ryan. I think he's very underrated. But I think they'll win. They'll win. But are they that good? We'll see. Patriots at Dolphins. You know, the Patriots usually have the Dolphins number. It just always seems that way. But I think this year, Dolphins are going to win. Tua just needs to facilitate to his playmakers. Be like a West Coast offense. That's what they should do. And just give it to, coming from a system like McDaniel is from, like Kyle Shanahan, where you get the ball to Deebo Samuel, let him take it, give the ball to Ayuk, let him take it, give it to Mostert, give it to whoever. That's just what the Dolphins need to do, because that is what fits Tua. They keep trying to like show off how good his deep ball is. I don't want him throwing deep. I don't think he's that good of an arm, even though he's trying to show it off. Say I do have that good of an arm. Even the preseason throw was underthrown to Tyreek Hill, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, sure, he got it there, but with Patrick Mahomes, it's a touchdown. So just get to your playmakers, get down the field, score a touchdown. You don't need the big shots every time. You're not Patrick Mahomes. Don't worry about that. You're Tua. Play good. Show that you are an efficient quarterback. I think Dolphins win because Matt Patricia's calling plays for the Patriots. Need I say more? He was an okay defensive coordinator. I don't know why he's an offense coordinator. Also, Joe Judge doesn't make sense to me, but that's where we're sitting, and I think the Patriots are going to suffer for it. Defense will be all right, but I think their offense is going to look bad week 1. Next, we have got the Ravens at Jets. Revenge game for Joe Flacco. Let's go. No, he's not going. I'm really looking forward to seeing the weapons on the Jets, but Joe Flacco is just not good enough to beat the Ravens. Ravens are a good team. They have a good quarterback. They have a good running back, J.K. Dobbins. I'm excited to see. Defensively, Ravens look really good, but I just don't think the Jets have enough experience to take this team down, and they have Joe Flacco quarterback, so I think that's just a double whammy. But I'm excited to see the Jets' new weapons with Garrett Wilson and the running back Hall, and seeing how that works with second-year Elijah Moore and Corey Davis. And yeah, it should be pretty cool. But I'm taking the Ravens. Jags at Commanders. I think this week, Jags win. I think Carson Wentz is going to look for this look at this as a revenge game for him, because how he lost the Jags last year. But this is almost an entirely new organization with the Jags this year. I mean, Doug Peterson's in there, and I think he knows Carson Wentz like front to back. So he should be able to scheme up some kind of defensive plan to stop him, as well as an offensive plan to score on the Commanders for week 1. I expect him to play out all the stops to get that first dub, get a good start going. So I expect that for the Jags. I think you'll see an offense that can move the ball well. Will they be able to score in the red zone? I think they will this week. I think they might have trouble with that future weeks, but I think this week, with that extra time to game plan, I think their offense is going to look actually pretty good. Defense is going to look fast, not great, but fast, better. I think they ultimately come out with W. It'll be like 21-24 type thing. So I think Jags are going to win this one. Giants at Titans. I think Titans win this. Giants, I don't think, are a good team. I'm excited to see how the edge rushers play with Ojulari and Thibodeau. I really liked Ojulari last year, and I really like Thibodeau this year. He was like my number 1 player. I really like him. And also Evan Neal. I'm excited to see Saquon. Can he finally break out and be Saquon? And I also like Kadarius Toney. So there's a lot of good things I like to see in this game. But I don't think Daniel Jones is that good. I don't think Tyrod Taylor is that good. So either way you go with the quarterback, I think you just end up just eh. And I just think the Titans are a better team. They're coming back with a fully healthy Derrick Henry. Their best receiver, though, is Robert Woods, which I'm not happy about for the Titans. But Treylon Burks also is a nice rookie who I think can grow into a number 1 receiver, but he's not that right now. He's a rookie. So, but I think ultimately the Titans will win. It'll be like a 21-10 type game, 17-10. Like, it might be close, but not really. You'll understand the Titans are controlling the game the whole time. Now we have the Chiefs at Cardinals. For this one, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I don't like Kyler Murray that much. I think he's very overrated. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a great year this year. I think he's going to explode. And I think that the Chiefs are going to light it up. It's going to be like 30-17, 30-21, something like that. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes is going to look like he's not missing Tyreek Hill at all. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is going to look good on the deep balls. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes is going to look good. That's pretty much it. And so, Raiders at Chargers. Revenge game from the playoffs. I really like the revenge game week. This is really cool, especially for week 1. Raiders at Chargers. No, Chargers at Raiders, right? No, Raiders at Chargers. I'm picking the Raiders. I think by the end of the year, Chargers will be better than the Raiders. But I think right now, I think Josh McDaniels is going to get the Raiders fired up. I think they have a lot of good players on offense, a lot of weapons. They don't have the best quarterback because Justin Herbert is better than Derek Carr, but I like Derek Carr. I don't know, something about the Raiders this year. They just look like a well-organized team right now. Their defense looks suspect, but they have 2 good pass rushers. I know so do the Chargers. But I don't know, something about it is telling me like the Raiders are going to win this week. So watch that to be kind of a surprise, if you say surprise, pick. But yeah, I'm picking the Raiders there. Packers at Vikings. I'm going Vikings because I think Kevin O'Connell is going to have something special this week for Kirk Cousins. Like I said, like the best Kirk Cousins when he was on the Commanders a couple years back, he was the best play action quarterback in football. And now he's got a guy who came from an offense where that was like the number one thing was play action for the Rams. And I think he's going to implement that. And now he's got a running back and Dalvin Cook behind him that's going to draw the linebackers in even more. And then he can hit him over the top to Justin Jefferson or Adam Thielen. And I think he's just going to I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a good year. Do I think he's going to be MVP like Michael Irvin says? No, but that's funny. But I like Kirk Cousins. I think he's going to have a good year, and I think Kirk Cousins and the Vikings are going to upset the Packers. Packers just don't have the offensive weapons. If Matt LaFleur can rely on the 2 running backs and his defense like he should, I think it'll be a good year for them. But right now, I think he's going to have to adjust to not having the receivers around him. So I'm picking the Vikings. Buccaneers at Cowboys. I think Buccaneers are going to look like a really good team starting out. I think Tom Brady's going to play angry, and he always plays best when he's angry. So I think the Buccaneers are going to win pretty handily and show the Cowboys they're not there yet. Mike McCarthy, I think he's going to be on the hot seat by the end of this year. But I think Buccaneers are going to be I think Buccaneers might win the Super Bowl this year. They're just overall a good team. The thing that held them back last year was, I think, their receivers. That's what I saw. I was just like, Mike Evans is there, but he's not really fully healthy. He's missing Chris Godwin. His next best is probably Tyler Johnson, who got waived this year. So he's got Chris Godwin finally. He's got Mike Evans finally. He's got Julio Jones, who I'm looking forward to seeing in this. I think if anybody can revive his career, it's Brady. So I'm excited to see the Buccaneers. I think they win this game pretty handily. It might get to a point of a blowout. Broncos at Seahawks. I think the Broncos win this one pretty handily. Revenge game for these guys. This should be fun, and it will be. I think Russell Wilson's going to look really good. I don't know if I'd start Javonte Williams this week because I think Russell Wilson is going to want to have his game where Russ can cook, where he didn't get to in Seattle. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. I think Russell Wilson's going to go off, have a good game. Courtland Sutton's going to have a good game. I'm excited to see him this year, and Jerry Jeudy as well with a competent quarterback finally. So I'm excited for all those things, and I'm picking the Broncos in that one. Seahawks are going to be a bad team, I think, this year. Like a solid defense, but overall, and offense is going to be like, Geno Smith ain't the guy. Just draft a quarterback next year. Get a new head coach. I like Pete Carroll, but I think he's done. Yeah. So that's my picks. If you agree with them, let me know. If you don't agree with them, let me know. And I'll be sitting here 16-0 next week. Yeah. So, see you guys next time.